Hello everybody, my name is NedFly. Stand back from the video, and in this video I'm going to be giving you part 2 of how to make a folding knife. So last time you saw the folding knife, the handles would have looked something like this. They were all like rusty, and the blade would not have been sharp yet, or heat treated or anything. So I basically put it together, but in its first stages, so I had just cut them out. What I'm going to show you in this video is beveling, heat treating, and then assembly. I was going to make the handles again. As you can see, I've dotted a bunch of holes all there, but I haven't drilled all of them yet, and it's taking ages because a drill bit got stuck in one of the holes. So I have to pry that out, and it's going to take a really long time. So I just decided that I'm going to continue going with the handle that I made for the last knife, which looks like this. I know it looks really ugly, but it does work. The locking seems to be fine. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to bevel, and then I'm going to show you how the locking mechanism works. So here's a video. First step is beveling. So for this one, I just grabbed my biggest drill bit, which the number has gone off, but it's pretty thick. It is actually thicker than a steel, but that's not a problem. Basically what I have to do is I have to lay it down on a flat surface, and because the drill bit's pointed at the end, when I push it up against here and scrape it along on the flat surface, obviously, it will create a line in the Sharpie that's very obvious, and then I just bevel down to that, which is the middle of the blade. Now, because this drill bit's bigger and I don't have an exact size, I'll scrape one side and then I'll flip it over and scrape the other. That way I'll have two lines that are pretty close to the center, and in the middle of those lines is the center of the blade. I will show you that, and then I'll just start grinding it. So you can pretty much see, it's a bit blurry, but you can see the line in the middle of the blade. Basically now what I have to do is just grind using my flap disc down to that line, and then I will have a blade. After it's beveled, it needs to be heat treated. So to heat treat, you basically just do what I show you in the next video. You just stick this in a fire and provide oxygen to that fire and make the fire pretty insulated, and eventually this will get pretty hot. It will get up to red or yellow. When it gets to like cherry red color is what most people describe it as. You take it out, see if a magnet sticks to it, and if the magnet doesn't stick to it pretty much all along the blade, then you are ready to dunk it in some oil. I've got a video of this being heat treated. That was the only video that got saved after everything got deleted. I just finished heat treating the blade. Now I'm gonna wire brush off all the scale, and then I'll clean it up. Once you have your handles cut out and cleaned up, like I have this one looking here, it's time to make the locking mechanism. It's a little piece, and as you can see, it's bent down a little bit. I tried to bend it back just so that I can show you how to bend it. Basically, it's pushing against the knife blade as it goes in. So the knife would be like that when it's folded into the handle. And then as soon as you open it up, the flat part on the right here lines up with the flat part on the top of here, and this kind of snaps down and locks the blade in place so that it doesn't close again. And then to close it, you just kind of push that back and then it closes. So to make this, basically you draw out your design, and I would suggest drilling a ton of holes all down the line, just so that you can more easily, like, it guides your cutting thing. And then you get one of those really thin metal cutting blades, and you just kind of follow the drill marks, and that would probably be your best way to do it. I got impatient with this one, and I tried to use my angle grinder. As you can see up here, I was being quite good, and I just cut in a little bit, and then I used my Dremel for that, but then the Dremel started like messing up, so I used my angle grinder and it kind of messed it up. So be patient with this one, because this part took me a really long time to do, and this part was pretty quick, but obviously it was messy. So to bend it, you've got to assemble the knife, as I've done here with all the pins in it, and then you get this little, it's folding back now because these pins aren't the right size, but basically you get the knife blade out of the way, so back, and then with this side you grab something like this, so some pliers or something, and you just squeeze this part together, so basically like this. You grab onto where the locking part ends, so right there, and then you just kind of squeeze, and it should bend down a bit, and then the blade won't go forward anymore. The last step is assembly, which is pretty easy. Basically you just put all the nails in, like you have here, and then you cut them off a millimeter above where it comes out of the knife, and then you peen it over using a ball peen hammer, and it should stay together. So here I've set up my anvil, and on the anvil, can't really see, but these little nubs sticking out, those are nails that I've cut off. Now I'm just going to peen them over with the ball peen hammer, and then I will get some proper sized pins for these ones. So there they are, all peened over. You can basically see what that looks like. Now I'm going to get some proper sized pins and do the same to these two. Okay, so now I've peened the big pins. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Next video I upload should be better quality than this one, just because I'll have all the footage still and I won't be needing to like remake things. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please share and like and comment on this video. See you in the next one. Bye.